Kal to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham HaKadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Shalom, to the hopeful elect of the Hebrew Israelites. This is Brother Arakia, and on this one, I want to just speak on this one scripture right here, Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So, some 10 days ago, I lacked discipline on something that I had. I didn't make an oath or anything, but I had some, personal goals. Sometimes you have different goals. This was not it, but I will give an example that you give a goal that, hey, for 2 months I will not drink red wine or any alcohol. I just want to lock in with the truth first and foremost. With your hobbies and whatnot. So to be sharp. So let me not indulge in any alcohol in 2 months. And then let's say you slip up with that, you go and buy some whiskey and rum and you just devour it, and after that you're gonna feel guilty. Even though you didn't make an oath, you're gonna feel fucked up about it. So long story short, I had a similar type of slip up, and something that not proud of, and there came consequences. You have to remember the scripture where it says that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So you may think that you can do different things, and maybe it's not gonna be heavy consequences, but I will tell from myself what happened is not, praise Yahweh, there was mercy there. Okay, I believe there's scripture which says, in judgment remember mercy, that when we're judged, that even there will be mercy. So what happened to me is pretty much I got sick and also injured. I in the submission wrestling session, or what they also call no-gi jiu-jitsu. My thumb, okay, the main finger, okay, the thumb got, I don't know, what the fuck happened, but it made a sound, like, and it hasn't been the same since, and it's been I don't know how long, maybe I don't know how long. I think now almost 1 week that it happened, or 5 days ago, but it still don't feel normal, man. And I think somewhat it got dislocated or something. I don't think it's something super major, because I can still pretty much do normal things, but there is pain, okay, and it doesn't feel right. It feels like something is wrong. So I got injured and I also got sick. Just normal, cough, a lot of mucus from the nose, pain in the throat, trouble sleeping in the night, waking up fucking coughing. And not saying the point of this video is not to be like, hey, woe is me, catching this type of hell, but the point is this scripture, Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if you bullshitting in your life, you have this these huge underperformances. Of course it's going to be up and down. Of course we're not going to be perfect, but you gotta also know that when you make these huge underperformances, that there's going to be consequences. There's going to be consequences, okay? Because that's what you sowing, so that's what you're also going to reap. But if you sow in the spirit, you're going to reap in the spirit. So the best is to always try to be in the spirit, man. Okay, abounding in the works of the Lord. Okay, giving diligence. Okay, there's a scripture I want to read, and this is not going to be a long lesson. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, which is your reasonable service. So we all know Romans chapter 7, but come on, you cannot just be super weak and then justify it that in my body I serve sin, but in the spirit I serve the law. Yeah, but come on, you cannot just, the scriptures say a wicked man findeth justification for his ways in a way to justify that he could keep going on doing it and there's no problem about it. Yes, you're gonna have to accept it and move on and pray for mercy and forgiveness, and also you're gonna have to be accepting what happened and also move on, reaching on to the things that are before, and not clinging on to those which are past, which Apostle Paul also said. So yes, you have to move on, and you have to see those events in a way that's gonna help you to grow from that, and also to put it in a perspective which you're able to move on. Okay, and to be honest, to see how the situation is, how it is. Okay, and move on, accepting, examining it and moving on. But you cannot be justifying it in a way that I can just keep on doing what I'm doing, I can just keep on being weak. Yeah, it's okay to be just hella weak and lukewarm and shit like that. No, it's not okay, man. It's not okay. So just gotta be in the spirit in these times. We're in the final stretch, so we gotta give diligence to make our calling and election sure, Lord willing. Okay, so it's just a quick lesson that the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever you're gonna sow, the same you're also gonna reap. Okay, and yeah, in the period of 4 days I had multiple slip-ups of different kinds, and something that I'm trying to defeat, definitely. So when you underperform, you do shit of the old man, that you're supposed to have grown way past that. So now you do the ways of the old man and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be consequences. Even your spirit, you're not gonna be in the highest spirit, because you're gonna notice that this was an underperformance. This was a going under the bar. This is something that there's no way that should be going on. Okay, so this is why we're gonna pray for mercy, and new bodies. Okay, we're gonna pray for Hebrews 8:10, which is that we're gonna be perfect in the kingdom. But at the same time, we're gonna have to move on and pick up ourselves and like I said, move on and stay in the spirit. Forgiving the events that happened. Asking for forgiveness, forgiving yourself also. Not staying down but bouncing back up, and examining the situation, accepting it, moving forward. Being stronger. No matter how many times you fall, you gotta pick up yourself in the spirit and move forward, man. Come on. You gotta pick up your cross daily, follow Yahweh Shai. Lord, willing, this video was edifying. Closing, all praise, glory, highest honor, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chakadash. Kal Harar Yamra, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chakadash. Double honors, elders, apostles, great millstone, Shalom, hopeful elect, Hebrew Israelites, 12 tribes, Shalom.